What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled, Does she want a husband or a sponsor? There's a difference. To want a husband, you gotta want to be a wife. To want a sponsor, you just willing to be with somebody who's paying stuff for you. Why do I bring this up? I was clowning, saw a parody on Jeremiah Phillips' page when the guy was like, I've been married 18 years. My wife never paid a mortgage, a gas bill, nothing. Not tripping. Husband, provider, cool. He's been married 18 years, since 2001. It's 2019. So for 18 years, he's been providing for his wife and family. Ladies, young ladies who want a man like that, understand that she just being his wife for 18 years, she just doesn't sit around and gets to I'm done because I found a man, I ain't got to do nothing with my life. She still has to be a wife. He's doing his part to provide for the family. She has to do her part to provide for the family. That includes the husband. See, a family starts with a husband and wife. So the reason why I say, do you want a husband or a sponsor, is because when you listen to the ideologies of a lot of ladies nowadays, when they want to be married, it's their number one concern is the kid, themselves and the kids, and then the husband. Now here's the problem with that. A family starts with a husband and a wife. So the husband takes care of the wife, then the wife takes care of the kids. No, the husband takes care of the wife takes care of the husband, and both take care of the kids. That's how it goes. You know, the part where, that's how a guy knows if you want a husband or a sponsor. Because if you want a husband, you in the business of taking care of your man. And together y'all take care of y'all family. But if you want a sponsor, you in the business of taking care of your kids, yourself, and then your husband. That don't work that way. Now, do you want a husband or a sponsor? Sometimes when the ladies was bringing up the protection piece, and guys like, you're not my wife. See, if you want protection, you got to get a husband. Because he's your protector and your provider. He's a husband. A sponsor is some random dude on the street who gonna sponsor you protection at the moment that you say you need it or want it. So all these other guys are just supposed to stop their life. Do you want a husband or a sponsor? And shout out to Nyla, because she said, guys ain't getting on Swiss Beats for not saying nothing about his wife taking his child to get his nails done. And she's right. So it makes the question, is he a husband? Does she want a husband or a sponsor? Because at this point, you don't take your son to get to the nail shop to get as a mommy son bonding time, as if it was mommy and daughter. And your husband say it's all good. No, you don't say it's all good. I understand what you say. I understand the part of trying to be a united front in front of the public. I get that. Because now you want to be a united front. Now, if he's want to be a united front and he go home and say, don't you ever do that again. Okay. And she don't never have these conversations again. She don't never get on social media again with this kind of ideology. I get it. But for right now, he doesn't look like a husband. He looks like a sponsor. Because I'm going to sponsor my wife, teaching, effeminizing, and emasculating my son. And I'm a sponsor, and I'm going to pay for this. And for all y'all think, Alicia Keys rich. She ain't got more money than Swiss Beats. I hate to break the news to y'all. Obviously, y'all really don't think about how much money Swiss Beats made. That's why he come and go as he please. Like, she can come and go as she please, but, the guy just bought a $21 million house. Just saying. Just on a whim. I wanted this house for years. I'm going to go get it. You know, that's why they're living where they're living now. But you would consider that a husband move or a sponsor move, because he just upped his family because he just wanted a house. It was the house of his dreams, not necessarily, you know, because he has the money to fly back and forth and let the family see each other and let the families interact. You know, it's kind of whatever. But get back to part of the topic, to the topic. Does she want a husband or a sponsor? Part of this submission is, you know, you submit to your husband, but when he's a sponsor, you don't want to submit to him. I see a lot of the ladies, well, we ain't married. Well, see, the reason why we ain't, see, here's the thing. A lot of you ladies, a lot of guys are asking for submission and cooperation from you ladies, and y'all fighting that. And y'all saying, but we not married, but y'all not wife material. You're not worth marrying because you don't know how to submit. If these guys know how to protect and provide when they're single, you should know how to submit when you're single. Just saying. They know how to be traditional when men know how to be traditional when men are single. You need to know how to be traditional as a woman when you single. That's how you come together. Okay, we working together. I'm traditional, you traditional. I want to be a husband, you want to be a wife. I'm going to do husband stuff, you going to do wife stuff. Uh-oh, we got something going here. Now we cooking with grease. But this, I won't submit. Okay, cool. You're not worth marrying. I'm going to submit when we get married. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the submission ain't about him, it's about you. The femininity isn't about him, it's about you. The being a woman is not about him, it's about you. See, these men show up and they got to be men irregardless of if you are a woman or not. They got to be masculine irregardless if you're feminine or not. They got to have their stuff together irregardless if you're there or not. It goes the same for you. So when we have this ideology where you want a husband, then you got to be a feminine, a woman, and wife material, regardless of what the men do. You got to make yourself available, right? That takes work and effort. If you ain't willing to put in work and effort, don't want to hear about it. So do you want a husband or do you want a sponsor? Because part of that goes to this ideology. You want to meet a man that you consider to be your husband. He's going to sponsor you to the point where you can grow up and be a woman. He's going to sponsor you until you learn how to be a woman, how to be feminine, how to be a wife. See, you don't want a husband when you're doing that. I need to, quote unquote, some of y'all, because this some of y'all hustle, I need to rest in my femininity. You too old to just be resting and understanding your femininity. I'm just being real with you. So obviously, you failed. You've been failing. So now you want a guy to pay for a space for you to rest and learn how to be feminine when you're grown as hell already. So you don't want a husband. You want a sponsor. Because guess what? Well, you resting in your femininity, you're not going to be a wife to him because you still trying to figure out how to be feminine. You're not going to be a woman to him because you still trying to figure out how to be feminine. See, you were supposed to get your femininity first as a child and a teenager. Then you grew into womanhood. Then you became a wife. So if you starting from scratch, but you're looking for a man to come through and wife you up, that's not a husband, that's a sponsor. So do you want a husband or a sponsor? Because if you want a husband, you're going to have to do the work to become a wife. And before you say these guys, some of these guys ain't husband material, you absolutely right. Got no problem saying that. Some of these guys ain't husband material. Don't even take them seriously. But for the guys who are husband material, when they come across your path and you still figuring it out, you still playing games, you still manipulating the situation, you still trying to buy time to figure out something to create these situations that don't exist, and have all these meltdowns and breakdowns, and I'm going through this and I'm going through that, and I don't understand, blah, 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 and me and my girlfriend's trying to figure out what kind of man are you, because they ain't got no man either. You're not looking for a husband, you're looking for a sponsor. Man, I think I was a little too passionate. Anyway, at least you hear me. At least I hope you hear me. Boy, if this volume is messed up, I'm going to be mad. But at the end of the day, you got to say what you're looking for, what you're down for, what you're in it for. And what you're in it for is to create a family. So you can't, like I talked about generational wealth yesterday. You can't create generational wealth if the man, if you got a half of a marriage. one person's a husband and the other person's trying to figure out how to be a wife. Or one person's a wife and the other person's trying to figure out how to be a husband. That's a sponsor. And you're shortchanging that person because you ain't ready. But like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.